Hello everyone, this is Siddharth. Changing your hobby into your passion or into your business is a big decision in your career. But in order to continue in this blog, let's discuss the things that is most important in order to convert your hobby into your business model or into your profession. Now, anything which takes a little bit of planning for you in terms of steps, in terms of planning, in terms of ideation, of bringing it from scratch to the existence, which is an ultimate end of steps. For example, if you are planning to travel point A to point B, it takes all the planning of traveling from point A to point B in terms of the distance, the time it will take, the fuel it will burn, the mode of transportation that you are picking, based on which the time calculation varies, and all so much. Now, in order to do that, what you think is whether you want to make it in a full way or you want to go it in a way which will be like a pretty decent and convenient way, but you won't make out of anything. So, as I rightly said, when you do it in the form of a hobby, that's a different thing. But when you consider it in from the monetization point of view, or consider it of putting it in other way, with the proper structure in it and proper plan in it, and make monetization of that particular thing, then you have to build a little bit of capability of branding and posting a lot of information, a lot of content, and a lot of structures into it, because that's need to be in a form of a package which can be sellable and which people will be ready to buy, if whether irrespective of anything, whether it is video marketing or product marketing or brand marketing or selling your video classes or topics or structures or anything it is. So in order to do that, you will have to think. So even if you are even if you are selling a product which is wonderful, it has to have a value in it to bring that value chain into proposition. So in order to do that, today we are going to discuss the first two process of deciding, or in the process of working, how to convert your hobby into your passion, which is basically the topic for the day. The first thing comes into your mind is know your goals. The first thing which comes into your mind is the 3-letter word, that is know your goals. Know your goals is basically to understand what is your goal of doing this. It's obvious that you want to make money out of it, that's no doubt about it, but how you are going to accomplish that goal? So if you are opening a bakery and you have got 5 unique products which you want to market, now how you will reach to that level that people will recognize you, people will come and buy from you, people will take that from you? Now if you are a digital content creator, changing completely opposite to that. If you are a digital content creator, what kind of contents you are generating, whom are you targeting, whether it is science and fiction, or whether it is politics, whether it is news and media, whether it is general blogs and stories, or whether it is like travel blogging, whether it is media planning and brand marketing, or whether it is business expansion, business growth and all. So it depends upon the kind of field that you are picking, and the whole audience structure becomes different. In order to make it feasible, make it viable, make it look sellable and scalable, you need to analyze your goal. You need to check what are the key things that you need to keep in mind for that particular thing, whether it is blogging, whether it is video marketing, whether it is product selling. So anything that, if you are doing a video marketing, you are selling your video, there has to be somebody who has to watch that video. So which means in this case, your goal is to have a decent amount of subscribers. Now the more the subscribers, the more the reach of your video content. The same way, if you have a product, a physical product which you want to sell, more the customers, more the product sellable is. So that's basically the idea for you to decide what is your goal about it. Because if you know your goal, you can sell, or you can scale up the idea much faster and at a much decent rate of growth, and you can understand what are the things that will take in complexity of whole things to summarize, to pack and to bundle it up. So that's very much important for you in order to bring it up and live and running, and you can make either after a period of time you can decide whether you want to go it in a full way or you want to go it in a long way. So the goal remains the very same. Goal remains is like very much similar to the kind of thing that you have been doing and you are going to do and you will be doing, provided it works for a better way. Now the simple thing that goal tells you about is, know your goal is like basically you're knowing that how many, if you're a digital content creator, let me give you certain examples. If you are a digital content creator, you have a target of achieving these subscribers. So for example, the first set of subscribers that you want to achieve is basically about 1000, but 1000 is the minimum threshold that YouTube will give you, the YouTube partner program. So in order to reach 1000, you will have to break that into 10 different things or 5 different things, which means 200 subscribers a month, which is like it will take you 5 months. So if I change that into say 250 subscribers, which is basically you are going to reach in 4 months, but my assumption of my target or anybody's target will be to reach as fast as possible the threshold of 1000 subscribers, plus you will also have to reach the threshold of 4000 hours of content, which means while you are chasing for the subscribers, you are also chasing to reach that milestone of 4000 hours of content, which means you are constantly planning on content. And that can happen maybe about 200 subscribers a month or maybe 250 subscribers a month, which will take you 4 months, and 4 months is basically about 120 days. So 120 days and 1000 subscribers is a pretty decent rate, because at which pace you are putting the content is depends on the matter. If you are putting one content a day, that's a different story. If you are putting 2 contents a day, that's a different story. If you are putting 2 content a week, that's a different concept. If you are putting 3 content a week, that's a different concept. So it depends upon the content that you are putting. So boils down to the initial numbers that is coming and how many people are watching your content and how they are liking your content and how you are promoting your content, because initially nobody knows you, so nobody gives a damn about your content. So it's you versus your content versus your subscribers that you have to bring. Now the second step is very much important, because it says brainstorm all the possible ways through which you can make money out of your hobby. So it's basically brainstorm all the ways you could make money from your hobby. That's absolutely that damn thing that comes into mind or boils down to. You have that hobby which you want to do, but you will have to find ways how that particular hobby will give revenue so that you can start earning and you can reach to your threshold. Now one of the way that you can do is, while brainstorming, is try integrating a lot of affiliate marketing into your videos, which means you promote a product in the beginning of your video and you start sharing the link to everybody, and if somebody clicks on the link and subscribe to that particular product or particular service, and on a month basis, if the subscription is continuing, then you get a fixed percentage of commission from that product. So that's basically brand integration. You are integrating a brand with your video. If you are a digital marketer, that means from the digital point of view, your content has got a platform. So brainstorming is not only restricted to one thing of deciding the ways how you can build, but brainstorming is also telling you the various ways through which you can do. Like for example, you can make a blog story about the same thing that you are doing in the form of business. You can upload into a blogging site and attract some ad revenues from it. You can start teaching them online with a small subscription fee of, say for example, you charge them about $20 or $10 and you give them the whole thing as a package, which means, or say charge $25 or $50 and give them a subscription. So all these recordings or footage that you are doing can be sellable. You can interact, you can do live webinar sessions on social media, you can go to places and you can teach students, you can make stories out of it, and those stories and those things will be applicable and helpful to you in terms of growing wise, and each channel gives you monetization.